Hey everybody, welcome to the front porch show. I see Frank, you got your COVID-19 haircut. Looks pretty good.
Hey, all the barbershops are closed, Johnny.
Yes, I know. So I think that's going to be the busiest thing once this is all over. And it should be over soon. Things are looking good, especially in St. Mary's. No new cases, no people who are infected with the virus. So we're looking up the good times. Anyways, Don, tell us what's going to be happening during your show about the trivia.
Well, we're making this a fun and interactive show for the audience. So we're going to continue to have a trivia musical theme going through the day, which Frank is going to help me out. So these are all, basically about what we're all going through these days: social isolation, and being alone, and all the difficulties that we have to endure. And we're trying to do it in a fun way, right, Frank? So of course, I'm going to be also taking a bit of my virtual reality trip on with my sailor's cap on today, and we'll be going to various locations, which you might want to join me on.
But Don and Frank, what's Don? What's happened with the contest?
I'm back. Okay, yes. And obviously, I've moved on from my other location. I've got on my little big sail boat there, and I'm heading off to hopefully some calm seas. But as far as the contest goes, we have 3 winners: Jeff Coverly, Catherine Cummings from the Bahamas, would you believe, and Blake Wood, who also I'll recognize. Hello, my baby. Hello, my ragtime gal by the Singing Frog. Frank, take it away.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal. Ba, 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 ba,
baby, my heart's on fire. And of course, that song talks about socialization. He wants to send his loved one a kiss by wire, and he wants to call her on the telephone, and tell me I'm your own. That's just perfect for this social isolation that we're all going through.
I remember watching that cartoon as a kid and wanting to strangle that frog. Because he would always shut up when the guy was about to got to make some money.
That probably made it funny or something, John.
I guess so. During Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote, I was always rooting for the coyote. I was always going for the underdog. Now, Don,
yeah,
okay, you got a song, don't you?
Pardon me?
You got a song, haven't you?
Sure. As you can see, I got to make this quick because I'm in a race and they're getting pretty close behind me. So I got to get going here. Frank, are you there?
Hello.
I want you to be listening because, we didn't get this in the last section. We're going to make sure we get them all in. But this next social distancing song, you might, know the singer, Mr. Mick Jagger, after Satisfaction, he followed it up with this hit. When he couldn't get any satisfaction, he didn't want people to hang around because two's a crowd. So what did he tell them to do? If you know the name of this song, put it down on Facebook. Tell us who you are and where you're from. We'll give you a shout out. Big prizes at the end, right, John?
No. The show, low budget, Don. Anyway, we got a few shout outs of people here. We got Patty Miller from Pasadena, California watching. We have Catherine Cumming. Says hello from two loons. Their boat in the Bahamas. Greg and Lori Lang from Lakefield. Jim and Linda Smybert from Edmonton. Susan McCullough from Saskatchewan. And we have Lori Lang Robson, I think, from Byron. I can't read my wife's handwriting here. Okay, so that's great. Well, we're next.
Well, actually, John, it's looking like we might have stumped them this time. I didn't get any right answers. Got a few guesses, but nobody got the song from Mick Jagger. Hey, you, get off of my cloud. Wow. I mean, talk about the ultimate in social distancing. This guy doesn't even want to share the air in the sky. It's kind of like, the airlines out there. They have to practice social distancing on the airlines. Jagger was doing it in 72.
Right. Okay, Frank, John, you got a bit of Get Off My Cloud?
Does Frank know that tune?
I was Frank here.
Well, get me on.
Yeah, well, we can hear you, Frank.
Got to get the video on.
There we go.
There we go.
Hey, hey, you, get off of my cloud. Hey, hey, you, get off of my cloud. Don't stand around, cause two's a crowd. Get off my cloud.
Okay, there we go. Thank you, Frankie. Don, now we're going to go on to our next guest.
No. We got to give you the next clue, John.
Oh, that's right. We got to give you the next clue. Thank you, Don.
The next clue, or else we'll run out of time here. So, you've got me buried under so much paper now. The next one is another big hit from '72 from Gilbert O'Sullivan. A lot of people thought he wrote this song after his mother died, but actually no, he'd been left at the altar, and it was really tugging at his heart when he wrote this big tune back in '72. If you know that tune, text us on Facebook. Tell us who you are and where you're from. We'll give you a big shout out.
That's a true story, Don? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Left at the altar.
Left at the altar.
Wow.
Hard to believe. The guy's worth $20 million now.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess
someone
forget it right now. Anyways, what about your last venture in trivia?
Yeah, I'm really busy. As you can see behind me, things are getting a little bit tough on the old sailboat, but we're gonna get right on top of things here. I do want to mention before we go on to the song, we're really not just practicing social distancing here. We're practicing social closeness because we have a message to us from Rome, Italy, from Roberto Natti. Obviously, waiting for Tom to come on later in the show. So this is about social closeness, not just social distancing. But Frank, are you ready for this next one here?
It's funny.
Everyone, I got best response now to these. I got 4 right answers to this Gilbert O'Sullivan tune. Special honorable mention, though. Someone did guess Claire, one of my favorite songs. But no, that's a little bit more upbeat, not about social distancing. This one, Alone Again, Naturally, from Gilbert O'Sullivan, correctly identified by Penny Granger, Don Leanne Feeney, Karen and Lloyd Coddington, and Blake Wood. Oh, big shout outs to you for guessing this song.
In a little while from now, not feeling any less sour, I promise myself to treat myself, visit a midnight quiet, climbing to the top. This is the part I like. Throw myself off.
Oh, thank you.
I won't go any farther now.
No, please don't.
A little bit of a tough song, but
I got to show everybody this. This arrived at my door.
Hey, I know where that's from.
That's from the Sunset Diner, and guess what I'm going to pack into very soon? Eggs Benedict. Oh, look at this, so marvelous with home fries. I like it here. Frank, here, have some.
Can we share a meal on the phone, John?
I don't think so. Oh, that's good.
And maybe he can fax it to you later.
Anyways, got to give one other shout out. Patty Miller says hello to her cousin Gail Adams in town. And I know our good friend Rich, he works during the day, I believe, but he'll be watching the show later on. So Rich, all the best to you. Hope things are going well. Okay, Don.
John Butcher correctly identified That's Life by Frank Sinatra.
I said that's life. That's what people say. Riding high in April, shot down in May. I know I'm gonna change that tune when St. Mary's and the rest of the world are back up in June. I said that's life.
That's life.
And I can't deny it. Many times I feel like cutting out, but my heart won't buy it.
No.
And if it ain't worth one single dime, I'll just roll up in isolation